God damn it. AI would have clapped.
I know. I did clap. I just clapped later.
It's called a clap. Jesus. Remember the clapper? Does anyone have a clapper still?
Yeah, I aspire to a clapper.
Yeah. Like, why don't we use those? Like, that's technology.
I still love technology.
But, I mean, if no one's using it, people don't even use, like, light timers. I remember, like, my great aunt used to have light timer on all of her plugs.
I have a light timer in the living room.
Really?
It apparently drives everybody crazy because, like, we'll be watching something fucking dark, like, I don't know, the new season of Andor at 5:30, and it's, like 6:15. Oh, fuck! It's the light's on.
Why is it set to come on at 6:15? It's supposed to go off at night. Like old people, timer? That's the way you would do it. You keep it on so it looks like someone's home, and then it clicks off.
I turn it on at night so I don't forget. So, like, it's just out of habit because I would be gone a lot on tour.
Yeah.
And I just have it. It's just set that way. It's on in the morning before the sun comes up, and it's on when the sun goes down for a little bit in the living room because we have no overhead lights.
Well, don't use the big light. I fucking hate people that use the big light.
Don't use a big light.
Oh, my God. What are you doing?
I use the big light when I lose a contact.
Yeah.
And I don't wear contacts.
I use the big light to figure out where to put the other lights.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much it.
By the way, Clap On, Clap Off, The Clapper is the name of the jingle. It was created by Joseph P. Dot and his advertising agency, P. Dot and Peters.
P. Dot and Peters.
Yes, this is back in the day when jingle writers would just go, I'll just start the agency myself.
Yeah. And
or
now
the
what are they
agency
doing?
person would just be like, I'll fucking write it. Screw musicians.
Yeah.
Or
there's a local how do I put arboreal place?
What? A tree thing?
The tree farm,
Garden?
baby. Yeah.
Okay.
You remember the tree farm jingle?
I drive on 95 to go to the tree farm, something like that.
Yeah, 5 miles.
Not really.
To the tree farm. No. Okay, I tell you what. It was written by a Denver country singer named Walker Williams. Shout out to Walker Williams. So dude still does shows around town. I mean, he still sounds great. Still sounds like an aging country singer. He's fucking great. But they still play the Tree Farm song at shows.
Yeah, sure.
Just for fun. And I'm like, yeah. Wow. I'm like, how do you get that job?
You take I-25 to exit 235, then 5 miles west to the tree farm.
That's it. That's pretty much, and he wrote that.
There you go.
That was. I don't think he wrote the lyrics.
Really? Who wrote the lyrics?
I think so. I think somebody else said, you know what? Here's what we wanted to say. And he went, fuck yeah.
I wonder if it's actually 5 miles from exit 235. Or if it's like 4.6 and they're like, nah, I can't really put it. And then 4.6 miles to the tree farm.
Yeah, fucking round it up, whatever. Who cares? Yeah, your tractor goes pretty much 5 miles. That odometer is not keeping up.
Well,
anyway.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Welcome to 2 Shots Tractor Pod.
God, this is such a shitty episode. Welcome. Yeah, go on. Finish it. Go on.
Nice. I'm Michael St. James, and that hunk of burning love over there is...
Stu Miller.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, let's see. Please subscribe on YouTube and give us 5 stars and leave a hilarious and dirty comment on Apple Podcasts, and follow us everywhere at 2ShotsMusicPod. That's the number 2 Shots Music Pod.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
How
That's
the fuck
good.
did I do? How'd I do?
It was serviceable.
90 fucking episodes of this shit.
I don't know if it was exciting, but it was serviceable.
Definitely. Yeah. There was a lot of gesticulating that nobody can see because apparently we were told to fuck off a video pretty early on.
Like, subscribe, ring the bell, whatever. Blah, blah,
yeah,
blah.
Fuck it. Who cares?
Yeah, there you
whatever.
go.
Nobody will listen to this. This is just for us. That's why we just get on here and talk about our week. So how you doing? I've got this rash on my taint.
Oh, man. Yeah,
it's bumpy as fuck.
It's going better every second we go here.
Yeah, this guy's getting better.
This is only for our closest people today, so... People have been to the tree farm and people that have taints. Otherwise, oh, I don't know. You. Oh my God, you should see my wave file right now. Okay. I think that's from me singing.
Oh, fantastic. Well done. Excellent.
Yeah, very nice.
So Michael, what you been up to?
What you been up to? We killed that because no one cares about that.
Oh, we did?
Yeah. It's in the rundown all the time, but it's kind of implied. Like what you been up to.
Don't fucking.
Yeah, we
don't
killed
fucking
that with
tell
the video.
anybody.
Everybody's like, we don't want to see you, and we don't care what you've been up to. So we just do the what you've been up to.
Okay.
And it's been really fun. I think we should bring it back. Let's bring it back. Yeah.
Let's bring it back.
What you been up to? What you been up to?
Does it have that little jingle attached to it?
Yeah, but we haven't used it in a long time. I wrote the imaging, and
Fucking fantastic.
That's what you say in podcasting. It's imaging.
Oh, we're getting all the inside scoops today here on
what
Two
else do you
Shots
want to know
Imaging
about
Podcast.
podcast production? I'll call Kelsey.
She's not here.
She is not. She's working on a real podcast today.
She's working on a real podcast. Congratulations, Kelsey. Hope those 6 figures a year are fucking worth it.
It was a fun week. I'm having much trouble with songwriting because I am working on the catalog, the back catalog stuff as I'm doing. I have a bunch of things on my burner and burners, yes.
Yeah, the nails.
I keep writing songs about fuck in them. Like I am up to an EP. What's this fuckery? Fuck it. Fuck me. And not every
Fuck
word
you.
in the song is fuck, but it's like at least the chorus is a lot of fuckity fuck. Like there's there's too many. Like it got to the point where I was like, I think I have 5. And I was like, oh, I better write another one. And then I got an EP. And so I think I'm going to put out an EP called What the Fuck or something around that, which, will be banned everywhere and not able to be played and demonetized. It's a really good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what broke Lily Allen. So, I might as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean.
But it just started with like this song of. This like stomp song of like fuck this, fuck that, fuck you, fuck them, and it was just like this thing where I was like, okay, that's kind of cool, and then I started doing this like hard techno thing on the keyboard with it, and then I wrote this really pretty "fuck me" song on acoustic, and I was like, oh no, and now I'm on to something, and then I looked at my Apple Note and my voice notes, and I'm like, oh no, I've got 3 other ones in there. So it's not good. That in between writing sort of a big anthem, and so end of this story is have not worked on any of my older songs, have not worked on the catalog, did not relearn those songs, never made it to the lyric file. I just keep writing songs that probably will not work. But that's the glory of love, as Peter Cetera says.
Yeah, that is indeed the glory of love. And isn't that the point of art, to just exist, if you're Rick Rubin?
Look, I preach this all the time. One of the amazing things about being a songwriter is at any given time, you could write the best song that someone's ever heard. Mm-hmm. Because people do it all the time, every year.
Yeah.
Every year there's a song that someone's like, that's my jam, that's my song. Every year there's an artist that picks a song. Every year there's whatever. And like that's the glory of songwriting. You never fucking know when, and you can try and work with co-writers and do all that. But just sometimes you just have to just keep writing, right? Write through it, brah. And that's kind of what I'm doing. Even though if you're a seasoned songwriter, I mean, I pretty much know none of these are going to be synced. I pretty much know. I mean, the one thing is in a TikTok world, these could be used as audio. I could get the wine moms. In on the fuck me, fuck you stuff. I could totally do that.
Yeah.
So, who knows? Maybe later this year, if TikTok's on its 4th pause or whatever it is of being outlawed, I'll have a nice little viral hit and make my $4.
I was having a moment of the other day of thinking about like the fact that we are into May. Not that this is evergreen content, but it's like, so how many times has TikTok been paused in the last 4 months? The sale of TikTok.
3.
All the bullshit. 3 times.
3, because this last one is like a soft one. Like it's coming up at some point. I'm going to pause it again.
Yeah. It's just, I think so much has fucking happened in such a short amount of time. I feel like I've lived a year since then.
That's the point of fascism. Chaos. That's how they get you. You can't pay attention that much to anything. You just have to keep going.
I'm exhausted. So tired.
It's totally exhausting. All right, let's get to a little music Biz Bits, which has no TikTok news in it. Biz Bits.
Okay.
Here's an interesting thing that has happened. The stupid fucking administration is not only stopping the National Endowment from Arts for putting out grants, but they're rescinding some of the grants that have already been granted. So there are organizations, and I've spoken to a few just recently, who are like arts and venues. I mean, these are like local, these are governments and stuff too. They're getting these things. A lot of times they use these for putting on like summer shows in the park or, helping out local organizations with music programs. And it's just stupid. It's just a stupid thing. It's meant to just hurt liberals, basically, because they don't think Republicans like free music in the park, which is just dumb. The executive director of the National Independent Venue Association, NIVA, is Stephen Parker, and he says the cancellation of the NEA grants and proposed funding cuts in the president's budget undermine the billions of dollars in economic activity the nonprofit live performance stages help generate in every state, including jobs, strengthening local economies, and serving the cultural heartbeat. He could have left that out because I'm pretty sure they don't give a fuck about that. Anyway, if you're really concerned about cutting the government budget and you're like, you know what, fuck those musicians, man, they don't need that money. Here's how much money you saved. 0.003% of the total federal budget. That's how much money you saved. About $231 million over the course of multiple years. In other words, 2 fighter jets.
That's a plane and a half right there.
Yeah,
it's $400 million plane.
And we've lost 4 of them in the last month, so who cares?
Yeah.
So there you go. That's happening, and it's worth fighting back on. If you want to learn how to fight back on it and you're in America, go to NIVA, NIVA, or go ahead and Google that, the National Independent Venue Associations, and you can find out more on how they're doing stuff to fight back. They're not going to win. It doesn't really matter. But I like to tell you, hey, use your voice in democracy. But there aren't many people fighting for Sesame Street and NEA, and it sucks. So we'll see what happens with the federal budget. But that is on the list of cuts right now. Wow. So if you're wondering, how come I can't take my kids to concerts this summer? That's going to be why. There you go. Or your kids get involved in some nonprofit music programs. But apparently we don't need them. We don't need them, Stu. In some other happier news, keeping an eye on the secondary ticket market, Vivid Seats has witnessed quite a dip in the first quarter of 2025, a 14% drop in profit, in revenue actually. $164 million gone. The online ticketing marketplace also reported a net loss of $9.8 million. I love this because I hate secondary ticket markets. There you go. There's no reason for it. Right? There's just no reason for it. Like if all the tickets aren't sold, then go and get it on Ticketmaster or buy it outside. Done.
Yeah.
There's no reason for it. The only reason for it is secondary ticket sellers. So they buy them in bulk and then they sell them to you with a little upcharge. And there you go. So I
got there first.
That's some good news.
Yeah. 191% down.
That's
crazy. That's a giant drop.
And there's more coming because of the Ticket Act, which we mentioned last week.
Yeah.
So that's good. Here's some really actually good news. Apple Music is launching a collection called Sound Therapy. This just came out today, so you won't see it on your page there. It's in conjunction with Universal Music Group, and it's available exclusively on Apple Music. You can search Sound Therapy, and that will bring up the collection. It blends songs and subscribers already know and love with special sound waves designed to enhance users' daily routines while retaining the original artist's vision. So it's backed by scientific research and powered by UMG's proprietary audio technologies. That's bullshit. That part's bullshit. But Sound Therapy harnesses the power of sound waves, psychoacoustics, and cognitive science to help listeners relax and focus on the mind. So you can look up Sound Therapy on Apple Music. It's exclusive to Apple Music. It features extended instrumental and reimagined versions of popular tracks from acclaimed artists such as Imagine Dragons, Katy Perry, Casey Musgraves, Aurora, Jhené Aiko, and Chelsea Cutler, as well as many others. So there you go. Check out Sound Therapy on Apple Music if you would like to free your mind.
I would very much like that.
You know what happened next?
What?
The rest will follow.
Walked
right into it, didn't you?
We'll see. We'll see. I'll believe it when I see it.
I can't believe Katy Perry's on this list. They could have just left her off.
No, of course I would go, but it's okay. She went to space.
She did go to space. That's true. For 11 minutes. What a ride.
I got nothing, man. It's just.
Look,
okay.
I think Sound Therapy, this is one of the things that I would build into my streamer that I would launch is a whole section about sound music therapy and using it in different ways. There are lots of neuroscience studies going on around this, that it's not just certain decibels or kilohertz or anything. There are certain reasons why sound works for you personally. That's why it can't be administered like a medicine. There are certain things that work. You have to like that artist, and that artist, the song has to be in a certain key, at a certain time signature, a certain tempo. But I love the psychoacoustics.
Yeah.
It sounds like a 90s horn band.
Ska band?
Yeah,
sounds like a ska band.
Welcome everybody, psychoacoustics.
There you go. That's it. That's great. And they only play acoustic instruments. There's no microphones.
And their stickers are on every fucking Taco Bell drive-thru. Like, I love that. Yeah. We are psychoacoustics.
Psychoacoustics. I have a bunch of playlists on various platforms with these like brainwave, frequency wave stuff like that. I'm curious about this to see how, because I know for some people, like, there's definitely a sensitivity to those waves. Like, I'm curious to how it will, affect. Are we looking at that Stephen King Cell novel where all of a sudden we're murdering each other because of a frequency, or how is this going to go? It says it's going to relax everybody.
Look, proprietary audio technologies from UMG. The reason why I say that's bullshit. What they're doing are creating new masters. They're fucking with the masters, and they're placing sound waves in different kilohertz over it.
Yeah.
And that's not proprietary. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
There's plenty. Everyone knows. Like, everyone who's in this field has looked at what some of the things are. But this is why, like, Calm works for people more as a white noise thing or as a storyteller app.
Yeah.
But Sound Therapy has to be very personalized. You have to kind of know what you're doing. So we'll see what happens. I think the Casey Musgraves part is funny. Like, that they're just sneaking a country artist in there. I don't
know if I would consider her a country artist as much anymore.
No? Okay.
No. I know her first couple of records were kind of.
Do you hear her on a hot R&B or?
No, I do not. But thanks for that.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I guess
would you consider Sabrina Carpenter a country artist?
If you listen to her album, you know where I stand on that.
I know
she is working very hard. I guess she's not.
I'm just
I guess
kidding.
Casey Musgraves isn't. Although, I guess Americana.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's so funny. Her wiki says she's an American singer and songwriter. Didn't even put an A at the end of it. But one of the things that other people ask on Google is, did Casey Musgraves quit country music? Stu Miller says yes.
It's a hot take.
Yeah,
it really is.
Yeah, it's a hot take that
me.
all of Google is talking about.
Yeah, right there in the top. Some random Denver asshole says.
All right, there's your music biz bits. Let's get to turn you on.
I will.
Oh yeah. It's time to turn you on. Stu and I are turning you on to two songs, one older and one not so older. We like to call that new. These are two songs for your ears that we've listened to, and we want to turn you on to them. We want you to listen to them. You'll see the links pop up on YouTube. It might be in the description on Spotify if you're listening there. But do listen to these because these artists want you to listen to them, and we think you should too. It'll make your week better. So here is the first one, Stu. This is an artist originally from Australia, now in LA, and her name is Gordi. Gordi. I know it's Gordi. I know you want to say Jordi because you're a UK person, but I've actually seen an interview with her. Geordi.
Gordi, this would be Gordi.
Yes, this is Gordi.
Yeah, you're correct. You're correct.
Brian Johnson's first band in the UK before he joined AC/DC was Jordi.
With a GE or GO?
I don't know, but it was Jordi. Don't. Yeah. I'm not here to take a test. Okay. She calls this folktronica. I love this kind of song. She's an acoustic player as well as a singer and somewhat of a producer. It's sneaky and understated. This is one of those songs where you could listen to like 7 of these kind of songs, and for whatever reason, this one kind of stuck out. There's like this nice little counter melody going on.
Yeah.
The change on the 3 when she's writing the lyrics and the melody in that part, very nice. Co-produced by Brad Cook, who did Bon Iver, Snail Mail, Jensen McRae. Cutting Room Floor is this album that's based off of, coming out in August. And it's about shedding relationships that served a past. So there you go. I'm a sucker for a high alto. I dig this. This is her 3rd record, Like Plasticine, to be released in August. So there you go. What did you think of our lovely Gordi?
Plasticine. That's not a word I hear very much around these here parts.
Oh my God! So how indie is that?
Yeah, that's very much a good. It very much reminded me of kind of a. Okay, so first of all, I was like, I would have heard this if Garden State was made now.
Oh, great call!
This song is in the fucking soundtrack.
It's very much that. It absolutely is.
Absolutely is. Krista Miller will have something from this in the next season of Shrinking.
Yep.
Now it reminded me very much of kind of a Florence and the Machine kind of vibe, like especially where her voice kind of sits. I did love the counter melody on the end, but I love that it's very simple. It's not a complicated song. It's really not. It doesn't.
It's sneaky.
I love songs.
Sneaky.
Yeah, I love songs that are like it, but it's deceptively simple. Like if you listen, there are definitely things going on. There are production decisions. There are things coming in and out, and it's definitely got some movement to it. But yeah, I really, really, really enjoyed it. But it also was something that it didn't require initially a deep listen until I got it in my. And once I got through it the first time I listened to it again, and like that's when I noticed all the shit happening. You know?
Yeah. It's funny because there's a whole conversation going on about this. Like Bob Lepsit and a few other people are talking about whether simplistic music should make a return or not, and that's missing the point entirely. It's kind of like just don't overplay your hand when you're writing.
Yeah.
Like write something that makes sense and works for you, and then put little tricks in it that are hooks. Yeah. And she seems to have come into her own on this, and I like folktronica. Yeah. Because it does. It's got sort of a bed underneath it. It's very warm and mid-wise, mixed. Love it. So there you go.
I enjoyed it a lot too. Is folktronica her term, or is that an industry? That's her term. Okay, I kind of dig it. I didn't get that from it. It sounded definitely.
Her other stuff is more tronica than that.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
So there you go, Gordi. It's called Cutting Room Floor, off the upcoming album Like Plasticine, to be released in August. Hey. She's also on tour, and we love our Aussie. She's now in LA, so we're claiming her as our own.
Real quick. We will link to the YouTube on this, but this is another example. If I have to, I'm going to gripe for a second, Michael.
Oh, please do.
Okay, here I go. I'm going to pull a full.
That's the subtitle of this podcast.
It's like fucking gripers.
2 Shots Music Pod. Gripe for a second.
Gripe for a second. I get a lot of. You and I talk to artists about their careers and their life and their making of things all the time. This is a video you can go fucking make right now. You can take your iPhone, you can take iMovie, and you can make this fucking now for the shit you already fucking have. And I don't want to hear anybody saying to me anymore, I didn't make a video because it's too expensive.
She shot this in a Dallas parking lot.
It's in a fucking parking lot. There are semi-trucks. Yeah.
And that's, I'm pay attention to the light.
Yeah, pay attention to the light for sure. But there's ways you can do this right fucking now. You don't need anybody's permission. Just go. Do it.
Just go. Perform the song 3 or 4 times. Take those. Intersperse the cuts.
Cut it together.
Boom. You're done.
Yeah. Done. Done.
It's really not hard, you guys.
No, it's not. And so that's my point. Is go fucking make the fucking thing, please. Thank you.
There you go.
Rant over.
There you go. Very nice. All right. So that is the new song. Let's get to the not so new song. Taking you back to 1993, everybody. This is Ugly Kid Joe. I hate everything about you. This is almost a Gen X anthem. Like, there are people of a certain age that, like, love this song no matter what kind of music they like. Because there was a moment that summer where this song was inescapable. It was it was just everywhere. They're good-looking kind of young surfer dudes from Isla Vista, Cali, which is Santa Barbara, not L.A. Make sure you know that. But like the song was a surprise smash hit out of nowhere for a band called Ugly Kid Joe with an album cover that looked like it was spray painted. It was, just a fucked up album. And this came out of nowhere. And then it was placed in Wayne's World. Yeah. And that kind of blew it up. I would say their version of Cats in the Cradle, kind of everyone was like, oh shit, they're real artists. Yeah. And a lot of people were like, yeah, I dig that song. I love my dad, whatever. So this song is fun. It's funny. It's got a cool riff to it. It's very summery. It's very cool. By the end of it, the band would start touring with Ozzy, which is just crazy because their album had nothing to do with Ozzy. They would end up touring with Def Leppard, Bon Jovi, Van Halen. And by the end of it, it was all over by 97. I mean, basically. But this was like the last gasp of sort of fun rock that wasn't glam rock. This wasn't Poison or hair metal or it wasn't any of that shit. It's just regular dudes in jeans and t-shirts playing rock music while Nirvana and Soundgarden and Pearl Jam were happening. Yeah. And they were just holding on to that last little thread of just sort of fun rock during all of it. And so I love this song and I wanted to bring it back because I know a lot of people don't really know it. So it's a great choice. I love the chorus in this song in particular. Is like it gets longer every single fucking time they sing it. And I kind of the first chorus is just I hate everything about you, and it's like I can't stand to be around. I do, and it's like it extends every time. And it's like I've got more shit to say about how much I dislike you. It's a cool song, and I remember this was the year was 1993, and young Stuart Miller had just moved to the United States of America. And really,
this was my first summer of music in the U.S. And this song fucking takes a specific space in my head because I was like, I don't know what to do with this.
Yeah. Musically. Not a love song. It kind of, I can see the Van Halen connection. I can see them working on a tour with Van Halen, especially on the Sammy Hagar era. It's a little smiley, a little tongue in cheek, a little, they've got Pound Cake and all that shit out about this point in time and all that. I kind of see that tour working, but watching the video, they kind of had a grunge thing kind of going on. But they were trying.
They were trying, but I think that's one of those things.
They weren't depressed enough.
They weren't nearly sad enough for that. No. Yeah,
it's like Sunny where they are, and so they had to shoot it in black and white.
Black and white, yeah.
Do watch the video, you guys. It's kind of fun.
It's kind of.
One of the things is I hate the rain and sunny weather, and I hate the beach and mountains too.
And here I am on a fucking beach. I don't like
a thing about the city, and I hate the countryside too, and I hate everything about you. I mean, it's great lyrics. It's kind of funny. Yeah. Like I get, he doesn't. I hate your daddy. I hate your daddy's guts. I don't like a thing about your sister. He doesn't like anything. It's fucking hilarious.
The outro on this song, after the solo, when they do they have the little the chili. I call it the Chili Peppers outro with the rap and it's a fucking crazy cool song, and it's I don't know why does it work so well. I can't explain it to me, Michael. Why does it work so well?
Because it's fun, because they believed it, and it is still fun. It holds up when you listen to it. It makes you smile.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why I wanted to pick it, because it's just one of those songs that's like, oh man, that's funny. That's fun.
Yeah.
Like it isn't going to change the world. It's not going to win awards and shit. But this is it. I love songs like this, that they exist in the world and that they used to have sort of a place every now and then. Here's like a fun summer song. It's not for you to fall in love to. This isn't about your breakup. It's not even about breakups, really. It's not really, I do hate you. I hate everything. Yeah. But do I really? I just kind of am saying that because I'm kind of drunk. It's basically what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I think it would have actually worked better in early Van Halen days.
Maybe so. David Lee Roth style. Yeah.
It is. It's got a little bit of that on it. Yeah. So
it does.
So there you go, everybody. Hey, make sure to check it out. Ugly Kid Joe. I hate everything about you.
Excellent choice. Excellent choice. Well done. Well done.
Let's move on to the sink of the week. A little bit of the sink of the week. We are going to go through 2 songs that we saw on some of our Prime viewing that we watch on things and show you all the ins and outs about how songs are placed.
Yeah.
And maybe you'll learn a little something. Maybe you'll be entertained. Maybe you'll hate us. Stu Miller, what do you got?
Okay, so I finally finished Daredevil Born Again. Finally finished it. I know it's been out for a little bit. The finale's been out for a little bit. This song I have mentioned before on this podcast, and every time it shows up in a show, it is super tense and super... it is an uncomfortable watch. The last place I recall it showing up was in the agency towards the end of that first season, and it shows up in the finale of Daredevil Born Again, and that is Everything in Its Right Place by Radiohead. You want to make motherfuckers uncomfortable and create tension musically? Put that fucking song in the scene. It is... Every time I hear it, I go, "Oh, I love this song. Oh, I don't love this song paired with these visuals." I
don't like how I feel.
I don't like how I feel. It's uncomfortable, and the way the vocals are processed, the way the chords move, it is not. It's almost like the song doesn't have a center to it.
Yeah,
like it almost doesn't have a tonal center to it. I mean, of course, there's definitely a key, but the way that it moves, the way that things are produced, the way that Tom York's voice is, it fucking like they use delays and they oscillate things, and it's just uncomfortable.
Kind of never resolves.
It never really resolves, and it. So anytime I see it in something like that, and it really is one of those songs when I hear it in a particular scene, and it enhances that feeling of discomfort. I mean, I know it happened in the agency when everything's kind of fucking going sideways and it definitely happens in this finale of Daredevil. Yeah. Now, the cool thing about, I don't want to give anything away about this, but that song is perfect for how the end of that episode was. Yeah. They're definitely making a season 2. The end of that episode, this song it creates exactly the mood that you want out of that finale. Anyway. My person is Everything in Its Right Place by Radiohead. That's Dave Jordan. He's the soup for Marvel. I don't know if he does the films. I know he's doing television. So, yeah.
Excellent. Very nice.
Thank you.
So, by the way, that is episode 9. You're watching this whole thing and you're like, 9? What are we doing here? get to 10 or end at 8. Like, what are we doing with 9? Like, we were looking at it, I was like, there's not more? I mean, it's clear with the last episode that you're like, yes, this moves us to the next season. You can kind of tell.
Yeah.
Vincent D'Onofrio, give him all the awards.
Oh, my God. He's fucking amazing in it.
Every time he's on screen, it's just mesmerizing.
Yeah.
He's so good. By the way, something that killed me in this, I believe, is in the 3rd episode. If you have a chance, all of you who have maybe not watched it, Daredevil Born Again, it's on Disney Plus, or also Hulu, maybe. But that's where I watched
depending
it.
on your connection.
I believe it's in the 3rd, maybe 4th episode. There's a mistake in the opening intro.
Oh.
It's off, and it's not. It's like the whole intro is like gridded, and it quantized wrong in one little place, and you could tell. So it's not like trying to be off; it's off. And I lost my shit. I went back. I listened to it like 6 times. My person, we were like yelling back, and she's like, "Oh my God!" But maybe they meant it. And I was like, "I mean, maybe." But like, it's not placed where it's like a 16th note or a 8th note off. It's just off. It's like
you mean
it's
in the
moved
intro
to
music?
the right a little bit, and it just fucking kills me.
In the
and
intro
it doesn't.
music you're talking about?
And they fixed it. It doesn't appear in the other ones.
Wow. Just in the third
I went back
one.
and forth and back and forth. I was like, it's right there. You can hear it, right? It's right there. And I was
Okay,
like
I gotta
counting it
listen
out.
now.
1, 2. It's right there. It's not on the end. It's not on the end of the end. It's way off. It fucking kills me. She's like, well, maybe it was to like make suspense or whatever. Maybe. But maybe it was just to piss off Michael. I don't know, because it worked.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Wow.
I loved Daredevil, Born Again. I like that Disney made a darker one than Netflix.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, that one was. There's one particular scene at the end.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That I'll make a little motion. We'll just do that. I was probably more this way, I think.
Yeah. It was very nice.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You wouldn't have died.
That was, I was
you
like,
wouldn't have died that way. But anyway, okay. So.
yeah.
Do you know the psychologist looks just like Philo's wife? But anyway. I had to pull it up. I had to pull it up and show it. I was like, look.
No,
I'm
you're
like,
right.
I'm watching her on film right now.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
beautiful woman. I won't mention her name. Philo's been mentioned before, so fuck you, Philo.
Yeah.
You're on this. All right. The very nice thing of the week. Thank you very much, Stu. I will move on to mine. I watched a movie that would never be made without streaming. I tell people constantly, like, why do you watch all this shit? I get asked that a lot. And I'm like, we live in a golden age of entertainment where you can watch things that needed 30 million in production and wouldn't have ever made a theater, would have never been greenlit, but was fun to watch. It's not the best movie ever or whatever, but it's a great kind of film to be made. This is one of those. This would have never made it to theaters. It's called Nonnas. And it's about a sweet little movie about a guy whose mother dies. His connection with his mom was food. He's an Italian guy. Food and, his aunts and everybody coming over and cooking. That's his big connection to his mom. So he decides to start a restaurant after his mom in her honor. And he decides, instead of doing a restaurant like normal people do, he's going to hire Nonnas, a bunch of Italian grandmas, to cook their own recipes and basically bring family into the restaurant.
Aw.
Yeah, it's a sweet little thing. It came out for Mother's Day.
Okay.
And bring the food together. It's so tropey. It's so cliche. It's on, Staten Island. We're going to start an Italian restaurant. There are so many music drops that are just like the most cliche Italian music. That's Amore's in there. That's in there. All of those things are in there.
Wow.
Then there's a nice little drop of These Boots Are Made for Walking on
Excellent.
Italiano. In the Italian version of that song. And then there's this song. Now, I want to talk to you about this. I want to see where you stand. How familiar are you with Billy Joel's catalog?
Relatively familiar.
Relatively, okay. If I were to say a bottle of red, a bottle of white, would you know the name of that song?
I would not.
Okay. I thought everyone knew the name of that song. A lot of people have heard it. I thought people knew that. I know it because of the Greatest Hits collection, and I would always see the name of the song there. And anyway, so that comes on when there's this scene where everyone's in the restaurant. It finally does work out. Vince Vaughn steps out and he takes a look at Inoteca Maria, the name of the restaurant. And this comes on, a bottle of red, a bottle of white, na 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 na. And it's this Billy Joel song. If you've ever heard it, it's a perfect song because the name of it is Scenes from an Italian Restaurant.
Yeah.
And I literally thought that is way too on the nose for a scene. And if you're going to use it, it has to be perfect. And in this case, it was. Absolutely perfect placement. There would be no other song that works as well as it. I'm sure there was an argument like, that's a little too much here. But it actually worked perfectly. And so that is my sync of the week. Scenes from an Italian Restaurant by Billy Joel on Nonnas on Netflix. The music supervisor is Tom Wolfe.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
So yeah, it's just a great movie that has like, look, it's Vince Vaughn, Joe Manganiello, that guy, Lorraine Bracco, Talia Shire, Brenda Vaccaro, Susan Sarandon is fantastic in it. It's a bunch of kind of older ladies playing older. Like Susan Sarandon's still actually like super hot. Lorraine Bracco kind of is playing this older lady. She's actually a little bit hotter than that, you know. But it's like, how would you even greenlight this movie? No one's going to go see it in theaters about a bunch of old ladies making Italian food. Here's the thing, Stu. It's a true story.
Oh, fantastic.
It's a literal true story. And at the end of it,
Excellent.
They show the Nonnas in the restaurant. It's been open for 15 years. They show the guy who did it, who actually was in the last scene of this movie. It's a true story. And it's so worked. Cute. And so that's the thing is like, as cliche as it is, you can't write it better than real life.
That's fantastic. I love it.
It's just sweet if you got nothing else to do. I mean, if you care about, you know, mothers and grandmas, if you like a little cookie. Look, also, there is nobody else that could have done this role but Vince Vaughn. This is like when you see the thumbnail, you're like, I know what that movie is. That's Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
Kind of flirty with a bunch of older ladies cooking in a kitchen. Oh, are you kidding me? That sauce is perfect. It's perfect. I love you. Look at your hair. It's great. And that's exactly the movie you fucking get. It's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. Yeah. Fantastic. Yeah. Okay. So, all right. There's a Vince Vaughn-a-palooza. It's a Vaughn-a-sance happening around these here parts with how great he was in Bad Monkey. You know, and this, it's excellent.
Yeah,
excellent.
It's fantastic. So there you go. There's your Sinks of the Week.
Sinks of the Week.
All right, everybody, let's get to last call. You got anybody to shout out this week?
Well, now I got to shout out Philo and tell him I love him.
I'm going to shout out Philo and tell him I love him too. Hey, Philo, love you. Go see the Motorhead Project. Go see, God knows what bands he's in now anymore.
So many.
Just go to Philo Sudsberry on Facebook and they'll show all the bands and what he looks like.
Yep.
One of the best guitars ever in Denver. So versatile.
Fantastic. Yeah.
He also does yacht rock.
He does. He wears some fucking short shorts that make your mama cry.
Ooh, Mr. Steak, he gets into it. Diane Steak.
Yeah, he does. Yes,
he does some things, yeah. So we love Philo here. I'm going to shout out someone who is now of age. His name is Max Gonzales.
Yeah.
And he was on Channel 9 News last week. It's always cool when you get your first news hit. They've won an award. We've talked about North High and all the musicals we've been supporting here. Well, they won an award at the Bobby G, and that award will be given out this Friday. I will be in attendance at the red carpet and therefore at the show. He is going to be accepting an award on their behalf, and I hear there's a surprise.
Uh-oh.
So I'm just shouting him out now before things get out of control.
We knew him back when? Yeah.
Yeah, before people are like, oh, yeah, you didn't know him. Yeah, I did.
Congrats, Max.
I knew that dude. I actually texted him while he was on air.
Yeah, fantastic.
And saw him reach down to his pants. And I was like, ha, 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 gotcha. I'm just kidding. I didn't do that. His mom's listening.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for us. Let's wrap this sucker up. Send us any questions, jokes, or comments. Release announcements, all that kind of stuff. We'll shout you out. You can email us, 2ShotsMusicPod@gmail.com. And you can also follow us everywhere you follow people at 2ShotsMusic.com. No, not .com, just at 2ShotsMusicPod. That's the number 2ShotsMusicPod. And remember, subscribe and hit that bell on YouTube. It really does help the channel. That's what a lot of people tell me to say. I'm supposed to be CTN. So there you go. Give us 5 stars. Follow us over there on Apple Podcast and Spotify Podcast. Hey, thank you all for listening. Thank you all for being on this ride with us. We maybe don't thank you enough, so let's take a little time and say thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And next week, we hope that you are great and you write a song and you look good and enjoy some of that sunny weather out there.
And I love everything about you.
Man, Okay, bye. That's enough of that shit.